like to introduce yourself?
I'm Glori Sealess, and I've been around New Directions for over 20 years.
Wow.
I went through, when my daughter was about 10, she's 30 now, so that's 20 years, and I've been in and out of counseling for 28 years when my son was 2, and I heard about New Directions through a support group that I was going to through Doc Downing, and he recommended this. And the reason that I thought that I needed to come here is because I was told that you could really get to your feelings and deal with your emotions more. And I knew a lot of stuff through counseling in my head, but I didn't know how to deal with the emotional part of what was going on. And so that's why, and I thought, one of the things that I really like about New Directions that's really helped me is that I learned to accept me and like who I was, because I grew up in an abusive household, alcoholism, and the one thing that I learned really well is to not accept who I was. And I didn't like me. I even learned yesterday is that I had made, I created a belief, however you say it.
System.
Yeah, I had a belief that because of the way my mother reflected how I was to her and she didn't like me, that meant I was unlikable. And and so being here, even though I didn't feel likable, everybody reflected back to me that I was acceptable. And that was really hard for me to take. But now, since I keep on coming back here and being an assistant, and I get that reflection back, I've learned to accept me. And that's the thing that I like about New Directions the most, is that New Directions, on a feeling level, helped me to accept me and like who I was. And I didn't learn that in counseling for 20 years. And being able to come back over and over and work on it, and everybody's just so loving. And this is the only place that I've ever seen where you have so much love and acceptance, and you don't have to open up, you don't have to participate, you don't have to show who you are, and no matter where you are in your life, you get to be who you are. And you guys have helped me learn to like who I am. And then in turn, I have 4 kids that I am helping them to learn to like themselves, because unfortunately 20 years ago I didn't learn what I needed to learn fast enough, and I taught my kids to not like who they were, and they've come through and they are starting to like themselves. And if it wasn't for New Directions, I don't think I'd be liking myself as much as I do, even though I'm feeling really emotional right now. But you guys have done that for me. And I think that's the greatest thing that New Directions has done for me. It's just helping me to like me. And now I'm feeling all emotional and looking crazy.
Not at all. Emotional is okay, right?
Yeah, and my emotions are okay. Even though I feel really emotional, I'm okay with that. And before, I would have really judged myself and said, oh my God, Glori, you're making a fool of yourself and whatever. And I'm okay.
Well, I hear from your kids that they're very, very happy with their mom these days.
Yes. They consider the old mom that used to have rage and anger, and I was always upset and angry, and I took everything personal. And now they have the new mom that's more accepting, and we all get to have our feelings now, where before we had our feelings and nobody was happy with it, and it was just really hurtful, and everybody was in a lot of emotional pain. And now, because of coming here, I'm teaching them that emotions are good, and they're learning what their triggers are and their emotions are. And so we're good. We're really good, guys. I swear.